This meeting of the Beaufort County School Board of Education is being held at the Hilton Head Island Middle School Media Center, 55 Wilborn Road, Hilton Head Island. Zip code is 29926, March 3rd, 5 to 9:15, public session, hybrid video. Meeting will be broadcast by the county channel. In accordance with new safety and security guidelines, bags, backpacks, and purses are prohibited by the public at Beaufort County Board of Education meetings. Requests for public comments, participation will be accepted between 4 p.m. and 4:30 by sending an email with your name, phone number, and topic to Robin Cushingberry at BeaufortK12SC.us. You will receive a phone call during public comments, where you'll be able to speak and address the board for a maximum of 3 minutes on issues within the board's domain. The forum will be limited to 30 minutes. If you are in person, you may address the board for a maximum of 3 minutes on issues within the board's domain. Each speaker must fill out a public comment card. Please see the board clerk, Ms. Robin Cushingberry, who is sitting to my left, for a card if you do not already have one. Requests for a second public comments will be accepted between 7 and 7:30 p.m. in the same manner as above. The second public comments will take place prior to adjournment no later than 9 p.m. The second forum will be limited to 15 minutes. In the event the board has not finished addressing all items listed on the March 3rd, 2026 agenda, the board will reconvene at 5 p.m. on March 4th, 2026, the next business day, to finish the agenda. So with that, we call the meeting to order for the public session. And if you will, join me. Okay, well, oh yeah, is there a motion for approval of agenda? Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Quick question, who will be advising us in executive session? Thank you very much.
All right, if you all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay? I don't move. Okay, looks good. Thank you.
Hay, aye.
Thank you, Ms. Hay. Welcome.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence. Thank you all. Ms. Cushingberry, has the media been notified? Okay, first public comments. None? No public comments for the first session. With that, I'd like to present the chair's report. The chair's report this time is going to deal with a recent convention that was convened by the South Carolina School Board Association in Myrtle Beach, where numerous information sharing sessions were held. The first day, February the 19th, kicked off with orientation sessions, new board members, roles and responsibility, ethics, finance, FOIA, and Robert's Rules of Order. February the 20th focused on general session topics as understanding your influence and the opportunity to impact positive outcomes with main speakers such as South Carolina Superintendent Ellen Weaver, who was a superb speaker. She is truly gifted in that regard and other regards as well. We also were fortunate to have former South Carolina Governor David Beasley, a very passionate person who certainly energized the crowd. And he spoke at length, and then he also created a crowd of people who were actually coming to ask him personal questions. It also included breakout sessions, including one on how to win a referendum that was presented by our very own Colonel Geyer and supported by our very own Superintendent, Dr. Rodriguez, with commentary provided by our board secretary, Mr. Victor Ney. Then we had breakout sessions such as in and outs of finance, school testimony and legal proceedings, and other proceedings. And then there was one called I'm Right and You're Wrong, which dealt with building a cohesive culture, particularly important where you have 11 people elected by their districts, and we all have common goals, and we have ideas about how to get there. The second breakout session was when Colonel Guy presented his very effective and highly sought after, because we had quite a few people come up and ask how they might access the presentation, as well as potentially inviting Colonel Guy to come to their area. I hope they've reached out directly to him, which was what my recommendation was, but Colonel, we look forward to your being able to make those. There also was one on managing information flow among a board, administration, and the community. Persuasion was also a topic. Since board members, we are a collegial group, and each of us have to build alliances, not only among individuals, but in terms of support of what the board itself is trying to achieve. On Saturday, there was a general session, Unlocking Dreams by Cultivating Hope, which was very informative and enlightening, because the speaker talked about actually engaging the human, understanding the humanity in the person, and then you get a lot more done. There was also a talk about linking research-driven design. Richland One has created a school where they came in and they, as we have here looking out, have windows and those types of things that really sort of give you that sense of nurturing and calmness, so the kids actually feel better about learning. The second breakout session also had AI. We all know in our great society and globally that is a big conundrum. We're going to move towards AI, but how do we do it without destroying these societies and cultures that we have established over the last 2 millennia? There also was an example of Road to Success. Colleton County, which is in Region 1, was able to present on what they've done to elevate their test scores. Colleton is a smaller county, but they also have some very innovative ideas about how to do it. Sunday started off with an interesting title of, if you can't say something nice, what do you say? Solutions for working together better. And in almost a board or situation where all of us are equals, it's good to understand how much influence really matters in building alliances. So with my closing remarks is, it for me was a superb learning lab, so to speak. We encourage our board members to attend and learn and take notes. It's a very important way of bringing ideas back to our school district and, where appropriate, implementing those. So with that, is there any board business action? I see none. Okay. Committee reports. Academics.
Dr. Stratos? The Academics Committee had a meeting with the Health Advisory Committee, and we have some information to share with the board.
Dr. Carr, thank you very much. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, board members. I'd like to bring forward that we have had a Health Advisory Committee meeting. During that meeting, we had reviewed the opportunity of membership of 3 candidates joining. You, board members, you should have a copy of the information within your folder. It is actually on a chart. The chart is 2-sided. The first side of the chart will give you the current membership of the Health Advisory Council. The second side of the chart will have the 3 names. If I could have that pulled up if possible, Mrs. Cushenberry. 2 of the names are students. One of the students is a student government president. The third name is that of a teacher. That will be on the second side of your table, and I believe it has a blue heading on it. Board members, for your recognition, the Health Advisory Council is a board committee Hence, it requires your approval for the membership of these three candidates to join HAC.
Based on the review of the candidates, we have a motion for the board. The motion for the HAC membership, I move that the Beaufort County School District Board of Education accept the following applications for membership to the BCSD Health Advisory Committee. Caleb Singleton, student; Esmeralda Angeles, student; and Sandra Limbo, SCSD teacher.
Okay, it's been. Okay, it's properly motioned by Vice Chair Carr, second by Ms. Ingrid Boatwright. All in favor, raise your right hands here and say aye. Aye. Okay, online.
Hey, I.
Pastor, Gordon, I. Pastor Gordon, I.
Okay, I think that's 8. And nays? Ayes have it. Thank you.
Chairman Dallas, thank you, and thank you very much, Dr. Carr.
Thank you.
Okay, the African American History Education Conference.
Dr. Campbell is on her way up to provide an update.
Okay.
Good evening. Good evening, Board Chair and members of the board. As a part of the Superintendent's report, I'm here to showcase and highlight the Beaufort County School District's 5th Annual African American History Education Conference, which was held February 12th through the 14th. And this year's theme was Untold Stories of Private Jim Capers, Local Hero Whose Bravery Changed History. Alwyn said it best: history is not just the past, it is the foundation of our future. The African American History Education Conference is aligned to 3 of our district strategic initiatives. 2.1, build the district-wide culture of pride, trust, and respect. 2.2, align new and existing community and parent partnerships. And 2.3, engage the family, students, and community that they have timely access to information and engagement opportunities. I also want to mention that the African American History Education Conference directly aligns to our district strategic pillar, engagement, as well as it is aligned to the profile of the Beaufort County School District profile graduate, ensuring that students are knowledgeable of their local history. The overview of our African American History Conference for the 2026 school year: we had over 500 people register for the conference. This year, we had 8 historical tours. We had a Beaufort Historic Tour, St. Helena Tour, Mather Museum, Harriet Tubman Kayak Tour, Bluffton Gullah Geechee Heritage Tour, Bluffton Hidden Treasure Tour, Hilton Head Island Gullah Tour with the Mitchellville Freedom Park as a part of that tour, in the International African American History Tour. I would also like to add that we had a representative from the South Carolina Department of Education participate in the Hilton Head Island Gullah Tour, and she shared with the team that she thoroughly enjoyed the experience. This year we had 29 breakout sessions. 2 of those breakout sessions were led by students from Robert Smalls Leadership Academy, as well as Hilton Head Island High School. We also had 11 student performances. Students sang, they danced, played instruments, and recited poems. The next video is a video summation of the 3-day conference.
What the matter now? History lives here in Beaufort County. Hundreds of educators and community members are at Robert Small's Leadership Academy for the 5th Annual African American History Education Conference, an event dedicated to celebrating the rich history of our area.
We have so much history here.
This year's theme is shining a spotlight on the legacy of Private Jim Capers.
Private Jim Capers was from Beaufort, South Carolina, and he served in the American Revolution as a drum major under Francis Marion alongside of the Patriots.
The conference kicked off with the Battery Creek High School drumline leading the celebration. Then, the Broad River Elementary School Starfish Choir sang several songs.
The first song was Road to Freedom, Yonder Come Day, This Little Light of Mine, and I liked the Road to Freedom because it was really historical.
Dancers from Bluffton High School delivered a special performance celebrating culture and community.
We're dancing to a mix of Black historical music that have made an impact in the Black culture.
The conference also offers a wide range of learning opportunities as attendees are able to choose from more than 20 breakout sessions to attend.
We want people to leave with information that they can use in their classroom and in their day-to-day. Our teachers in Beaufort County will have the opportunity to receive resources, network, and bring those pieces back into their classroom to connect with our South Carolina standards. It is our hope that we continue to grow as a community so that we can impact our students that we serve.
One of the sessions is being led by some Robert Small's Leadership Academy students discussing the history of their school.
This session is about Robert Small's Leadership Academy. I liked learning about Dr. W.K. Austin. I liked learning about how he built up the school.
Participants can also take part in historical tours across the county, experiencing the stories and landmarks that bring local history to life.
We started our conference off with our 8 historical tours in the Low Country. Many of our participants had the opportunity to see different parts of our community: St. Helena, Hilton Head, Bluffton. We even had an opportunity for our teachers to travel from Beaufort to Charleston to our International African Museum. Teachers will also have the opportunity to travel in a kayak on the Combahee River, tracing the route of Harriet Tubman.
About 400 people registered for the 3-day conference. For the Beaufort County School District, from Los.
On October 21st, 2025, the board voted to approve the naming of James J. Davis Library for the James E. Moore Exploration Station. The unveiling of the Media Center took place as a part of the African American History Education Conference on February 12th. The video that we'll play next is a quick overview of the James J. Davis Day, honoring Pastor James Moore.
We're very excited today to host our very first annual James J. Davis Day, where today we will be celebrating the birthday of James J. Davis, who's the namesake of the school and who was a community advocate and former principal, as well as dedicating our library to Pastor James Moore, who's been a tireless advocate for education.
I just believe in service, and that's what I've tried to do, but it does mean a lot when someone acknowledges your efforts. And so to that end, I say thank you to the school district. I am grateful and I'm thankful.
It's an honor to be able to recognize Pastor Moore for his service to not only the community, but to the Beaufort County School District. He is one that is always engaged, always involved, and cares deeply about the children that we serve and the children here in his community. He is always at events that are related to schools, and Pastor Moore is one of those champions for children in a community.
I came from a poor background, but I quickly learned that education and faith in God makes a human being unstoppable in life. And so that's what I see in our children, is the opportunity to go and be anything they want to be.
The day was so special. We had singers here at James J. Davis as well as the middle school. They sang several songs to uplift the community and honor Pastor James Moore. Today was very special, an opportunity for us to honor and recognize an advocate in the community, a community leader, supporter of education.
We're so excited to open this library space. It's newly renovated for our students here at James J. Davis Early Learning Center. Not only will students be able to develop their early literacy skills, but also STEAM dispositions that will benefit them in future careers.
This library was created with great intention. It was specifically designed for children birth to 5 years old. We have great hands-on experiences that allow children to build problem-solving skills, curiosity, language skills, and all aspects of development. We have interactive sand tables that help with children's sensory. We also have life-size Lincoln logs, as well as life-size Legos and Magna tiles. Children's curiosity can be expanded into many different realms.
Pastor Moore has been a constant presence in this community, in the school. He has advocated so much for not only James J. Davis Early Learning Center, but for the entire Well Branch community.
I try to make it to one of our schools twice a week, but whether I am here in the Early Learning Center or whether I'm over at the elementary school, middle school, or the early college, high school, young folks give me energy.
The inaugural James J. Davis Day was the opportunity for us to honor and celebrate Pastor Moore, a community advocate, an opportunity to bring our community together and celebrate the students that we serve every day. So thank you so much for being who you are, doing the work in our community, and we all love you. At our James J. Davis
Imagine
Day,
being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
At our James J. Davis Day, we had over 200 people in attendance. As you saw in the video, we had performances from our James J. Davis Early Childhood Center as well as Well Branch Middle School. And we also had a special guest zoom in to celebrate Pastor Moore, and that was State Representative Reverend Michael Rivers. The community members spoke about Pastor Moore's contribution to the Well Branch community. And as I conclude my presentation today, I want to take this opportunity to thank the board for your continued support for the African American History Education Conference. Today, I have a copy of the State Department's African American calendar. And the September month, it features Jim Capers. So again, this is just another example of alignment from the State Department and our work here in Beaufort County, a focus on historical knowledge for our students. Thank you.
Thank you.
That concludes our superintendent's report. The next item on the agenda takes us to student performance and points of celebration. I'll check and see if student performance is ready. Okay. But if not, we may have to bypass those two on the agenda and come back to it, given the time.
I see some people outside energetically sort of practicing. Mm-hmm.
Contemporary Stage Company of Hilton Head Island Middle School will be performing Disney's Dare to Dream Junior, a musical review on March 13th at 7 p.m. and March 14th at 2 p.m.
Thank you much. Nice job.
Mr. Dallas, I think we will need to come back to points of celebration at the end of the meeting because the individuals aren't here yet.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Superintendent. So with that, moving to the next item, which is the consent agenda. Unless there's some opposition, we'll accept the consent agenda.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda containing the February 13th and February 17th board meeting minutes.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Okay, properly motioned. Second. All in favor here, raise your right hand and say aye.
Aye.
All online.
Hay, aye.
Thank you, Ms. Hay. Is there anyone else?
Pastor Gordon, aye.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Future agenda topics. None at this point. Okay, we'll come back to that if necessary. Announcements.
Being part of points of celebration, however, I think it's just important to recognize that this is National Social Worker Week. And we want to take a moment and thank all of our social workers in our schools in Beaufort County for the great work that they do supporting the students we serve.
And also at this time, I would also make an announcement in terms of this being Social Worker Week, that you all have a package from some social workers, and I'm hoping that you take a deep dive into those packets and look and see, read it and thoroughly understand where the social workers are coming from. I'm sure you have the package by now. If you don't, then you will soon get them. But yeah, please take a look into see what our social workers are bringing to us and some concerns in terms of pay and also aligning them with other jobs and across this country and district as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other further comments from board members? Okay, second public comments. We have one here. Andrew Morissette. Mr. Morissette will speak regarding May River High School traffic and new interest proposition. Thank you and welcome, sir.
I would like to thank the board for hearing my thoughts tonight. Hi, my name is Andrew Morissette. I'm a senior at May River High School. May River High School has a serious problem. It's had it for years, and it's only getting worse. Traffic. Every day on my way to school, I'm stopped dead around 1.5 miles away from the school. It's a constant line of stop-and-go traffic, never exceeding 15 miles per hour. This is a result of the fact that May River only has one entrance for parents and students. This creates a traffic choke point. Afternoons are even worse than mornings. For students unfortunate enough to be on the other side of the school from the parking lot, at dismissal, it takes more than 40 minutes for them to get from the point where they're in their cars to the road outside the school. 40 minutes. This issue is so bad that I've actually rescheduled my classes for the past 2 years to avoid having a fourth block. My friends and I have a saying, if you have a fourth block at May River, you have a fifth block at May River. This issue is only going to get worse. With the addition of a new elementary school to the area, traffic will only increase. And I'm aware that this has been addressed in the past. A few years ago, this was brought to the board, and the board reached out to Palmetto Bluff, and from what I've heard, Palmetto Bluff turned it down. However, I work in Palmetto Bluff. And I see my managers and coworkers stuck behind me in traffic every single morning. With the new elementary school on its way and more traffic to come, I think that this would be the perfect time to readdress the issue. I propose an extension of the cut-through road in between our football and baseball field out to New Riverside Road. It would only require a little bit of paving and the clearing of a few trees. This isn't just a matter of convenience for students trying to get to jobs or trying to get home sooner. This is a matter of public safety. Assume there's an incident that happens at the end of the school day. How's an ambulance gonna get down New Riverside Road when there's tons of traffic? A mile and a half, as I said earlier, when I'm trying to get into the building. It's even worse in the afternoon. How would emergency services get to surrounding neighborhoods? If there's, God forbid, a serious incident requiring law enforcement at the school, they're not gonna be able to get there in time. This delays response times in critical life and death situations. I ask you to please consider this proposal for both the improvement of the lives of students, staff, and the community, and more importantly, in the interest of public safety. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morissette. I see no further public comments that have been, who? Oh, you gotta come help me with that. Okay, all right, ooh, correction. Our dear friend, Mr. James Miller.
Thank you for listening to me again. It's tax season. You might think of CPA being certified public accountants, but CPA to band is concert performance assessment. It's that time of the year, and it's the time, what CPA is, there's a regional, bands go to a regional area and are judged by professional. They are judged on the performance of two pieces that they select, regardless of its difficulty. And they are judged how well they do on what they select. Then they go into another room and they sight read a piece. To me, this is the best way to judge how our students are doing with other curriculums, math, etc. There's standard tests. But this is the only way that we can judge how we're doing versus other schools. This is the third year that I've documented how things are going. And what I see is an improvement in the top half. The bottom half, we need help. For example, you don't have to participate in this, and you can, again, participate at any level you want. But for example, middle schools, only 3 out of 8 try to participate. They are Bluffton, McCracken, Beaufort, thus leaving Hilton Head Middle, River Ridge, Ladies Island, Robert Smalls, Oil Branch. They don't even participate. So there's no way to really judge how they do versus other schools. In the case of high schools, May River, Bluffton, Beaufort, and Whale Branch participate, and Battery Creek and Hilton Head High do not. Over these 3 years, that list has remained constant, with the exception of with the exception of Whale Branch High School, which didn't participate but now do.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. And that ends public comments. And with that, yes.
I'd like to, I know we are past future topics, but I share the public speaker's concern about traffic because we've had issues at Hilton, had nothing like May River. Would it be appropriate to ask that the superintendent staff report to operations in the near future, kind of do an assessment? Because I do think that's a concern.
Yes, we'll just treat that as your contribution to future agenda topics and we'll list it. All right? Okay, so with that, if I don't see any of the people who are going to participate in celebrations.
I would recommend that we do it when we come back after executive session.
Okay, so we will adjourn for executive session.
We had to have a motion. Mr. Chair, I move that we move into executive session for the following reason. Employment matter regarding February 2026 personal ratification report pursuant to South Carolina Code annotated section 30 TAC 4 TAC 70 A1. Discussion of proposed network electronic systems and services RFP number 26-007 pursuant to South Carolina Code annotated section 30 TAC 4 TAC 7D A2. Discussion of proposed telecommunications site leasing and or leasing program RFP 26 TAC 009 pursuant to South Carolina Code annotated section 30 TAC 4 TAC 70 A2.
Okay.
I'll second.
Properly motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Online? Okay, we are adjourned for executive
Hay,
session.
aye.
Thank you, Ms. Hay.
Gordon, aye.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chair, we have three motions coming out of executive session. Motion number one, I move that we approve the superintendent's recommendation for the employment listed on February 1st, 2026 through February 28th, 2026 personal ratification report.
Is there a second? Second by Ms. Boatright.
Actually, I do have a comment. Mr. Chairman, at this time, I also ask that we add a topic on the ratification report. I mean, on the added topic coming out of there. I realize that all employees, in terms of coaches, are not on the ratification report. So I'm asking for that to be a topic of who all do we approve as a board, and what does it look like, and how come we don't approve coaches on the ratification report? So I'm asking for that to be a topic as well.
Are you asking to add it as an agenda topic?
I'm asking you to add that as a new agenda topic. Who at a future board meeting?
Okay.
Who all do we approve? And
No.
thank you.
All right, we properly motioned and second. All in favor, raise your right hand. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Nay? Online?
Hay, aye.
Thank you, Ms. Hayes.
Pastor Gordon, aye.
Motion number two, I move that the Board of Education authorize the superintendent to issue an award for network electronic systems and services to PC Solutions and Integration Incorporated as described in RFP number 26, TAC 007. The board authorizes the superintendent to execute a contract with the contractors upon the expiration of the protest period.
Okay. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
You second? Okay.
Which one was that again?
Pastor Gordon. I second
Was
him.
the award for network electronic services and solution, or systems and services.
Okay, I believe it's been properly motioned and second. All in favor? Aye. Nay? Online? Aye. Anybody in favor?
Hay, aye.
Pastor Gordon?
Pastor Gordon, aye.
Okay. Nays?
Yeah, I want to say nay because there's not enough public information on this right now.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
All right, next one.
Number three, I move that the Board of Education authorize the superintendent to issue an award for telecommunications site leasing and/or licensing program to City Switch 2A LLC as described in RFP number 26, TAC 009. The board authorizes the superintendent to execute a contract with the contractors upon the expiration of the protest period.
Okay, second by Ms. Boatright, thank you. All in favor?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are we asking for the superintendent to bring negotiations of this contract back to the board?
You would have to amend the motion.
At this time, I will amend the motion that the final contract comes back to the board for approval.
Is there a second?
Okay.
Okay. Thank
So at this time also, I'm not going to be able to support this because this is a lot that is there's a lot of questions surrounding this giving up our property to different stakeholders to do different things. So at this time, not having all the nuts and bolts and understanding all the different things that goes along with it, and also understanding it clearly for the public. At this time, I can't support this motion. Thank you.
Okay. I think it's properly motioned and second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Online?
Hay, aye.
Thank you, Ms. Hay.
Pastor Gordon, aye.
Okay. You got that, Ms. Secretary? Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. All right.
That concludes business out of executive session.
Secretary. All right. At this point, points of celebration?
Points of celebration, thank you, sir. The first item under points of celebration is the School Counselor of the Year. School counselors are vital members of the educational team, and they help students in the areas of academic achievement, personal and social development, and career development, helping to ensure that today's students become tomorrow's productive and well-adjusted adults. Beaufort High School's counselor, David Fatava, is Beaufort County School District's 2026 School Counselor of the Year. Please turn your attention to the screen for a short video celebrating our School Counselor of the Year. It highlights the impact, dedication, and the heart behind the title, and the countless ways this individual supports students, families, and staff every single day.
If you would join me in welcoming Mr. David Favara.
Celebrating excellence in school counseling, Beaufort High School's Dave Favara has been named the Beaufort County School District School Counselor of the Year. The announcement was made during a professional development workshop attended by school counselors from across the district. Favara is honored by the recognition and proud to share it with the school counselors he works with.
I think what I've taken the most pride in is building a team, and my team is really why we're successful. It's not, I don't see it as me. I see it as the group of counselors that I've mentored, and we try to do a lot of activities to keep that team functioning. And so each year the work seems to be a little bit easier, and I think that's all because everybody's carrying the work together. So I don't credit myself, I credit my team.
As a school counselor, Favara takes pride in helping high school students navigate their futures.
I see them as young adults. I take pride in seeing them achieve their goals, graduate college, getting into different careers, starting families. So I've always wanted to see kids succeed in whatever field, go college or trades.
Beaufort High is proud of Favara and his dedication to supporting students and their families.
Mr. Favara is an incredibly deserving school counselor of the year. He works tirelessly for his students, parents, for the good of the school. There's no work hours for him. After school events, before school, whatever's necessary, he does for his kids.
Favara has been a school counselor for 25 years, the last 4 in our district. For the Beaufort County School District, Ron Lopes.
Next this evening, the Scholastic Arts Gold Key recipients. Several district students have been honored in the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards competition. These prestigious awards are the nation's longest-running program for creative teens in grades 7 through 12. The district's top award winners, Gold Key recipients, advance to judging at the national level. Silver Key works are judged to demonstrate exceptional ability, and honorable mention works are judged to show great skill and potential. I invite the students up as I call their name, and their artwork is displayed on the screen. Gold Key winners from Bluffton High were Bianca Picasso for a hidden but homey drawing, which was also named an American Visions nominee, and Maxima Paletto for fall foliage ceramics. Here to tell us about their students is Miss Monroe and Mrs. Morris.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Morris from Bluffton High School, and Bianca Picasso has been my student since 9th grade, and we are very honored that she has achieved the Gold Key Award for the Scholastics, and
Hi, I'm Miss Monroe. I'm Miss Monroe, and I teach ceramics at Bluffton High School, and I'm very proud of Maxima Paletto. She's a Ceramics 1 student, And I think it's great that she was honored with this award.
Gold Key winners from Hilton Head High were Charlotte Hussey for Rearranged Sculpture, Sophie Olander for Bloom in Twilight, Mixed Media, Rhett Marshall for Superman, Experimental Photography, and Sienna Schultz for Transformations of Africa Drawing. If you're here, would you come up? It's great to see our students express themselves through various artistic processes, and these awards are a testament to our tremendously talented students and phenomenal art teachers who bring our district's art programming to life every day. Next, we have Beaufort County School District Middle School League champions, and tonight we're celebrating middle school wrestling and basketball awards, and here to tell us more is District Athletic Director Carlos Cave.
So to the board, I want to first acknowledge that I'm very excited about the fact that this is the first year that we've been able to put a plan in place to recognize middle school wrestling. We've been trying to formulate a plan over the last 3 years. This year, we were able to put it together with conversations directly with the coaches on the middle school level. So with that being said, this is the first year that we are recognizing a middle school duals champion, and as well as a Coach of the Year and Coach's Choice award for the wrestling piece with the head coach that was selected by the coaches. I also like to add moving forward that it is the plan next year. We offer dual and individual champions to add female wrestling as well and celebrate our female athletes. We have a huge number. That side is growing. So we will offer next year on the middle school level individual champions with the female wrestlers. That being said, we'll begin with the awards. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Thomas Perez. He's selected as the Wrestling Coach's Choice Coach of the Year. If he was here, if he was come to receive his award. Coach of the Year and Head Coach of the Champion Bluffton Middle Wrestling Program, Mr. John Perry. And our wrestler of the year, 526 from Bluffton Middle, Mr. Salon Davis. And now we'll move on to girls basketball. At this time, we would like to recognize the head coach of the champion Hilton Head Island Middle School, head coach of the year, Dr. Tamika Ford. Our Coach's Choice Coach of the Year on the girls' side, from H.E. McCracken, Mr. Jason Showalter. Play of the Year, from Hilton Head Island Middle School, Ms. Kennedy Ford. And now to our boys for award that we'd like to present, the Coach's Choice Coach of the Year from Beaufort Middle School, Mr. Tim Sands. Coach of the Year and Coach of the champion Bluffton Middle School basketball boys team, Mr. Abraham Tony Bruin. And our final award is going to be presented to the Basketball Boys Player of the Year for our middle school league from Bluffton Middle. This young man at the championship game, he was very dominant. I was very impressed with him, Mr. Messiah Mitchell.
Thank you, Dr. Cave. The last item in points of celebration is National Social Worker Week. And to celebrate and honor school social workers across South Carolina, Governor McMaster has proclaimed March 1st through the 7th as School Social Work Week. We're fortunate in Beaufort County School District to have such a dedicated group of professionals to work with our students And if you watch the screens, you will be able to learn more about what school social workers do and why they're such an important part of our school success. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and read the governor's proclamation. The state of South Carolina governor's proclamation. Whereas school social workers are trained professionals who work with administrators, teachers, counselors, psychologists, nurses, speech and language pathologists, and other staff to identify and address problem areas and help make school a positive and successful experience for all students. And whereas serving as a vital link between the school, home, and community, school social workers help parents understand and meet their children's social, emotional, physical, and mental health needs, assist schools and teachers with student assessments and behavior management, and coordinate community resources to help improve the quality of life for students and their families. And whereas School Social Work Week honors school social workers in South Carolina for their commitment to ensuring that our young people get the most out of their educational opportunities by overcoming barriers to learning. Now, therefore, I, Henry Dargan McMaster, Governor of the great state of South Carolina, do hereby proclaim March 1st through the 7th, 2026 as School Social Work Week throughout the state, and encourage all South Carolinians to show appreciation to school social workers for their dedication to the well-being of our children. Sure, that concludes points of celebration.
Thank you and congratulations to all the people that were here and received awards and for their efforts, and the parents and families that support them as well. Thank you. Okay. I think we are coming to our second public session, and no, we got another one. So, okay, is Anthony Cambria, he made the time? He got his information in. Okay, that settles that. Okay, we don't have a way of contacting him. All right. Okay, I'm gonna double back on the agenda topics in case it. Okay. No, there was nothing given. Okay. Okay, no further. Is there a motion for adjournment? Looks like we've got. Barring any objections.
I was just thinking, I just want to make clarification in terms of my request, and not just coaches hires, but also all hires that may be within the district, whether that's contract hires, all that may not come before the board, because I've asked this question before. And so I want a board that to be the board discussion for clarification, because this question have came up before. So not just coaches, but all hires in terms of contracts, people who may hire for long-term subs, all those things.
Yeah, I captured that, I think, Mr. Smith, so thanks, Reed.
But I was supposed to make sure publicly that I cover that.
Yeah, I sort of inferred what you were thinking, so that's captured. And the superintendent heard, so.
But like I said, I just want to make sure for the public.
You make sure.
Make sure public, thank you.
You made it. Okay. All right. Okay, so with that, we are adjourned. Thank you.